For those of you who wish to still play the crew, that's no longer available to you. A game that you've spent a lot of time in, paid for microtransactions. Ubisoft has been out here snatching licenses, so the game is not even downloadable for you anymore. It's impossible to play.
That's crazy.
Yes. It's funny to me that this is happening because Ubisoft usually has a great track record for maintaining the games they already have. Like, look how long they've supported the Division, and For Honor is still getting updates. That game is really old. What's another one that Ubisoft still I'm trying to think of like some games that they Siege. We were just talking about Siege.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't they under Ubisoft?
They're still updated, but my thing is they have such a good track record of like constantly updating, but then all of a sudden you want to pull this and start taking people's licenses away.
I just think it's crazy that CEO came out and was like, you should just get used to not owning your own property. Like, excuse me? So, what? No, he was like, nah, we're going to take all that back. That's wild.
Yeah, I think he was saying mostly like in regards to like people will get used to it, like regardless. Like, even though we're going to throw a fit about it, like the new generation that's coming up, that will be the new norm for them. But yeah, my thing is
now he can go fuck himself. That's crazy. I don't care. That's wild, man. To think, because you just said we're gonna talk about another video of something else that's extremely expensive. Like, that can't be the new normal,
right?
Like, and in that way, if I'm gonna pay for something of what $60-$70, and you already know that next generation of console that comes out, the game prices are gonna go up, right?
Yep.
For you to eventually say, oh, just because you don't want to support the game anymore, you're gonna snatch that. So I'm just renting the game then, because inevitably it's gonna get pulled down.
I feel like that's illegal because you, as a consumer, I feel like that's part of your consumer rights. Was once you pay something, you should have access to that forever. I just feel
especially if I have the hard copy of it, not the digital copy. Yeah, no.
IGN, when I was reading the review, they gave an example of like Gran Turismo Sport, which was online only during the runtime. But when it was all said and done, when they closed the servers, the final patch was put in so you could play it offline. I don't understand what's so hard about doing that for this game. Because, people will say that, I don't know why, people will say, it's just an old game, why y'all getting so mad about it? Because setting a precedent for something that could happen in the future. What about the newest crew, Motorsport? 10 years down the road, they're going to pull licenses for that? That's not going to be available for you to play on your PlayStation? And not just that, what about other companies looking at this? Looking at Ubisoft get away with it? I know that YouTuber, Accursed Farms, was doing like a petition.
Yeah, it was on stopkillinggames.com.
Yeah. They were trying to bring attention to the whole thing, but
they were going at it a more legal route through France.
Oh, they were going through France?
Yeah, since Ubisoft is based there.
Oh, okay.
And they were using the crew as like their main example.
I don't know. Once you start getting into that where I'm going to pay for a digital copy and then you're going to take it away just because you don't want to support it at some point, that's just a slippery slope at that end. Like you and I were talking about it earlier, like GTA coming out with their new game and them already hinting at the fact that they're going to charge, 3 figures for the game because of the longevity you're going to get out of it.
Yeah, that's stupid.
That's
CEO
a really weird precedent to try to set. And I get it. Like if the game was just, before everybody gets freaking all up in arms, $500, right? That's a big pill to swallow. But the amount of gaming hours that you're going to get out of GTA 6, you're going to get the $500 out of it. Whether you like it or not, you're going to get hundreds of hours out of that game. Like even if you look at like the professional, right? How many hours he dumps into that and then people following his guides. But once you go that route and someone initiates that as an okay standing price, you're screwed. The rest of the gaming industry is over at that point.
Especially now they keep talking about how games are unsustainable. They're getting more and more expensive to make. They're constantly raising the prices. I'm like, but my thing is, some of these games that y'all are sinking so much time and money into, they're not even worth it most of the time. Like, I'm spend most of my time this year playing indie games. I'm playing I didn't put 100 hours into a $40 game. And it's
and then you got games like Battlefield where they're trying to release a game and it's nothing what the community wants. So you spent how much money for it to bomb?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's tough.
I'm sorry, if I'm spending that much money on a game, my first thing would be listening. I will be in these subreddits every day, 24/7, to see what they're talking about, what they liked from previous Battlefields. And I'm trying to make the most money possible at launch. No, we didn't get that. We got disaster, heartbreak, vacations ruined, holidays ruined.
Yeah, and it's even tough because like Diablo, right? When they came out, like, it was a good game, but then they rushed season 1. They ran it in conjunction with the game being released or designed. That shit's horrible, man. Like, not only are you thirsty for new content, but then you drop content, and then what you said it was didn't deliver at all. Like, I remember that Malignant, because you had stopped playing at that point, but the Malignant side of it was like add-ons to like the map. It was just weird. Yeah. And then how much money they dumped into that's crazy. Like, people are side-eyeing each other in that in that board meeting. Like, who signed off on this?
Right. I'm just hoping it's not going to set like the standard for the future.
Well, going back to the whole closure of it, they Stop Killing Games is mainly talking about just offering the tools or a solution at end of support to allow people to keep playing. Whether that be like you were saying, an end of life patch where you play offline, or even just offering the ability for the community or someone else to host servers.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Please. Because even if somebody came out and, a modder made it possible for you to play offline, since they took the licenses away, the people that would want to get back on there to play it, they couldn't.
They can't even do it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, Ubisoft.
So sad. So sad.
But moving on. I don't know what the heck is going on with Bethesda lately. The Bethesda magic has ran out at this point. Like the cauldron has run dry. There's nothing left in there but ash. Because I'm pretty sure last week I was talking to UX about the free update that was coming for Fallout.
But to Fallout,
yes.
Was it the graphics update or?
Yeah, it was a next gen update. Plus, they were adding in new content and new missions for the Enclave. But first of all, if you had already bought the game outright, the option for the next gen update was available for you on the PlayStation Store. But if you had the game through PlayStation Plus, like if you got it for free from there, or if you got it as a PlayStation Plus extra, when you went to the store, it was still, tagged as you had to pay like $20 for it. Apparently this was a bug, and the community manager actually came out on Discord and acknowledged that, but they're working on that as we speak. But that's just the surface level, because the actual update has just been trash. The Xbox owners don't even have the option to put the game in a quality mode. So, the whole draw of getting onto the game would be to put it in 4K at ultra settings. They don't even have an option to do that. PC players saying that the bugs that they were promised were going to be fixed are still existing after the patch. Plus all those mods that you downloaded are broken at this point. They no longer work. People were saying that on the Steam Deck it was supposed to be certified so you can take Fallout on the go. Well, some people reporting they can't even launch the game, or if they manage to boot it up, they couldn't change the graphics settings. They're getting poor frame rate, and it keeps defaulting to low settings. People have said they been seeing missing textures. The default guy in the character creation screen, he's missing a face.
No.
There are floating red exclamation marks everywhere. And to top it off, apparently there is a mod team that was making a pretty massive mod called Fallout London, which is supposed to let people play in a post-apocalyptic London. They had to put their project on hold because this update, their project was supposed to release April 23rd, but since Bethesda came out with this surprise next-gen update and was going to release on the 25th, that means that if that project were to be launched on the 23rd, you would get 2 days to play it before it would break on the 25th. And obviously the whole team is just, especially the main guy, he says, I wish there was kind of like some communication, or they had actually said this was coming down the road instead of just surprising us, because he's saying now that they spent 4 years on this project, and now everything is just, we got to go back to the drawing board, and we've got to make sure that the script is working right, and make sure when we play the game, we got to do tons more testing now, because we don't know if the game's going to work at launch. So Bethesda has broken consoles and broken people's spirits. That's where we're at right now.
Yeah.
I used to be a big fan of Bethesda, and I was actually really excited for Starfield at launch. Telling you, I was hyped. Just came off of Star Citizen, because Star Citizen I was having a lot of problems with Star Citizen, having bugs and whatnot. I understand people that the game is in alpha, I already know, but still there are things in Star Citizen that you can do that's just not available anywhere else. And I was just hyped to have a AAA company make a space game. What do I get? You know what also? You know what also messed me up is that I was also playing like Cyberpunk in the middle of this. I was playing Phantom Liberty in the midst of this. And the only loading screen that you get in Cyberpunk is just loading it up. After that, you're good to go. I hop in Starfield. Like, what's all these loading screens? I gotta load to get on the elevator. Loading to get... at the most, the elevator there should be no black screen when I click a floor. Loading screen to get in the ship. Loading screen getting out the ship. Loading screen getting off the planet. Loading screen to land on the planet. I'm sorry.
I just want you to take your time. That's what it is.
What do you say? You have to come close to the mic. We can barely hear you.
My bad. They just really want you to just take your time, man. That's really what it is.
Take my time?
Take your time, man. That's how you're going to get your 100 hours in there. Just slow it down, like GTA.
I get my 100
Don't go over a certain
hours
speed limit.
When you make a good enough game that makes me want to stay in that world and immerse myself in it. That's
Go immerse yourself into a loading screen. I'm just gonna rile you up. Let me stop.
Yeah,
Get through your stuff.
Yeah, that's what you're doing. 'Cause you ain't helping.
Man, blood pressure going up. Well, I didn't play that game, so I couldn't tell you. That wasn't my cup of tea at that time. I'd rather go back and play No Man's Sky or Star Citizen at that point. So
luckily, I was able to, luckily it was a Game Pass thing, so I didn't have to pay the $70 to
That's
play
true.
it. Thank God for a Game Pass, because if I would have got this game, because it's available on Steam, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because I would have got that on Steam, and I would have got my refund swiftly, no hesitation. Bethesda has got to come up to pace with the way games are now. That worked back in whenever Skyrim launched, I don't know when it was, 2008, 2009, that worked back then. That's not going to work now. I don't want to see a loading screen. There's no excuse for it at this point. Now, they did launch way better than they have in the past with less bugs. I had a smoother experience from the get-go. But loading screen. The same thing happened to Anthem. Are y'all not learning from one another?
No. I mean, that's the real answer, right? No,
Yeah.
no, they're not. And you know, but it trickles back down to the age-old problem. You know, is there going to be enough people that are going to stand up and say that's enough?
No, because
exactly. I can tell by the deafening silence for 3 seconds.
You know what? After I saw the day before and I watched that game come out, and then I saw people on TikTok talking about, I don't understand why there's so much rage about this game. The game isn't even that bad. I swear some people can just be sold shit and try to convince everybody else that it's gold. Meanwhile, flies are flying around and landing on them. I
think they've just gotten so used to it.
Yeah, but it's also, it's objective, right? To the casual gamer, do they really care? You know? I know that, but if you're just taking, I think Asmongold says this a lot. You talk about like Diablo, like the gamer or the dad or the mom or whoever that doesn't really have a lot of time to kind of play a certain game or genre or whatever. They come on for an hour or two, run it and go. Like, do they really care about that? No. But then you got people like us that sink hundreds of hours into games, and it's little shit that'll just set you off. That we nitpick to the 1,000th degree, and it's sad because some of those people just don't really give a shit if there's a loading screen. I can't fucking stand it. It bothers the hell out of me when it's too long. I remember when Helldivers came out, and poor X. I'm sorry for this for you, my man, because I know you didn't get to experience a lot of it. But loading in and them shit freezing and them hell pods coming down for more than 10 seconds was like infuriating. But then there's guys out there like X that couldn't play that would love to just be in a freaking loading screen. So it's just I guess it's just subject to where you are in your gaming kind of life, I guess.
I can understand that from the casual perspective, but I really cannot see how a casual would be able to play the day before and have a good
that
time.
game is definitely Starfield's one thing, but the day before is a whole nother monster.
And
that's like
a whole other monster. Oh,
it's like it is like normalized this whole like everyone will say like don't worry, like don't complain, don't worry, they'll fix it, it'll get fixed. It's like that's not.
I'm gonna punch those people.
That's the worst thing to say. It'll get better.
Point.
It's supposed to be good right now.
It should be good and playable the moment it's released.
I'm not buying.
No,
I have seen early access. I've seen early access games release more polished than some AAA games. That is crazy to me.
Not gonna lie to you, X Defiant was pretty polished for what it was compared to some of the games that have come out.
Exactly.
And that was
wild. That was a server test.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy.
People buying games off of the promise of future updates, I cannot vibe with you. I really just want to punch people in their knees when they tell me that.
Oh my god.
Literally. Because I spent my 70. Okay, think about this. You go out here and buy a car, but the car can only get up to 45 miles an hour. And then they tell you, we know it's supposed to get up to like 70, but we hadn't really worked out all the kinks yet. But don't worry, it's coming in the future updates. I'm coming in, I'm taking that vehicle and I'm driving it right through the dealership. And I'm driving.
I really try to use my analogy from earlier. I appreciate that, man. Dang.
And you're a car guy. So I did that just for you.
Yeah.
But
I
I'm
appreciate
driving over
that.
these at 45 miles an hour.
Oh my god.
I just still don't understand when they release games and they say, hey, listen, I know you just paid for this, but take this day one patch to make it work right. Excuse me? What? I don't remember that in Super Smash Brothers. I remember that coming out the package ready to go.
I miss those days. Missed them.
Yeah, you ain't getting them back, though.
Oh my god.
That's the sad part. You ain't getting those back.
Speaking of early access games that are really polished upon launch, Manor Lords is at the top of the charts on Steam. They have surpassed 100,000 concurrent players. Made by sole developer Greg Slavic Magic Steichen. I hope I'm saying your last name correctly.
What a name!
Right. I like that. I like Slavic Magic. That's a good name.
Do you know where he got that name from?
But
It's from a Witcher 3 meme.
really?
Yeah, I was reading about that. The Slavic Magic, he got it from it's a meme where they're comparing Mass Effect Andromeda, like the faces in that, to Witcher 3 graphics, and like the left side's like Mass Effect Andromeda, $50 million, and the right side it just says like, I can't remember, it has the Witcher up there, and it just says like alcohol and Slavic magic. So they waste all that money and you get those cursed faces, and then Witcher looks great. So he actually named his studio after a meme.
That's crazy.
It's a catchy name, though.
Just him.
Yeah, it's just him.
The project was in development for 4 years, and apparently people love the game. I think it's sitting at mostly positive on Steam.
I think is it mostly? I thought it was overwhelmingly.
It could have been. All I know is that man cooking.
That's only what? $30.
Right.
It's very positive. 90%. Early access. 90%. Only $30.
I was also telling Ghost, like, creativity can only brew at like these lower levels. Like, only risk can only be taken like in these AA and these indie studios, because not a lot of money is being, put in it. When you're talking about Spider-Man $200 million project, them studios are not going to want a lot of, risks being taken, especially with my money. Like,
that's true. Even beyond the risk, just like trying to appeal to as many people as possible.
Exactly.
Like we talked about, instead of like just going for something more niche that like a certain set of people will absolutely love.
Exactly. And we always harp on Ubisoft, because of their ways and what they do. But I have to admit, they do make projects that go towards specific niches sometimes, because Rainbow Six Siege does not appeal to everybody. Ain't no Call of Duty player gonna get in Rainbow Six Siege and think you're gonna do the same thing. You will get killed before you even step foot in the building. I'm trying to think of like other games like For Honor. That's not a game for everybody.
I mean, I would even say like Immortals Phoenix Rising. I like that one. That's not for everyone either.
Yeah, exactly. So I got to give into that. They do make different types of games for different groups. But like a lot of these AAA companies, they don't want to do that. We want to try and get a big enough audience as possible. Look at Call of Duty. You can now run around as a Triceratops. I don't understand why.
That is wild to me.
Are you serious?
I'm not joking. Like, you can,
it's just like
have
a
dinosaur
one?
head. No, a dinosaur head.
Oh, okay.
I thought ignorant.
Like a full body.
That's ignorant on so many levels.
Yeah, they're trying to get as many people in so they can keep this cash flow.
I'm telling you, based on what you're describing to me and all the like skins and stuff you talked about for that, it seems like they're shooting for the Fortnite model.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, they're going. They're trying to be Fortnite
in there.
Oh,
they got Godzilla. Snoop Dogg is an actual Doberman.
God.
You go back and look at that game, Call of Duty Black Ops, and then you look at Call of Duty now. They are unrecognizable. I guess it's a good game because they still have a really healthy player base, and I'm pretty sure Warzone is doing really well. But man, I wish they would just go back to their roots just one time, just once. Go back to your roots. I like the arcade shooter, kind of serious, blockbuster Hollywood style gameplay, please.
Yeah, they're not going to do that. Yeah, but
you're right. They're not going to do that because they need to get as many people as possible.
Yep.
No risk will be taken. But that's all I had. X, what did you have for us? Hopefully something good.
I'll start off with the bad then. Then I'll end on the good.
Like I said, I'm gonna 1-2 punch you real quick, but afterward I'm gonna help you up.
Take this gut punch real quick though.
So I don't know if you guys know about Garry's mod, but they're now removing 20 years worth of Nintendo related items because Nintendo gave them issued a takedown request.
Now?
Yes, 20 almost 2 decades after release.
Why?
I don't know why, but yeah. The poor guy. He's like the creator is like understanding. Of course, he's like it's their content. That's fine. And they even asked the players. He's like, if you could please take down anything that is Nintendo related, because they have so much work to do to try to actually remove all that content. Like there's pages upon pages of Steam Workshop stuff that's just straight Mario Kart or Mario levels, Mario skins, Nintendo stuff. Really, it's full of it. But yeah, Nintendo is going after them now. Why now? I don't know. How is it affecting them at all? I'm not sure either.
Right, bro.
But they're going after them.
It's so funny to me because Nintendo kind of like has this brand on the face as like really happy, real like appealing to children and people of all ages, like getting the family together. We're working out in the living room. We're playing tennis and badminton together, hitting each other upside the head with the Joy-Cons. Like that's Nintendo. It's like all happy and we're all having a good time. Behind the scenes, Nintendo got you in a dark room with one chair and a light bulb over top of you.
Oh my gosh.
Interrogating you. Where are these mods at?
Yeah. Do you guys know about Garry's mod?
I don't know anything about it. I've seen it on Steam, but I never really knew like what was its purpose.
So it's really just like a sandbox. It says here you go, physics sandbox. So they just give you tools and you do whatever you want. You can make game modes out of it. That's actually where Prop Hunt got popularized, is from Garry's mod.
Oh, okay.
And then they ended up in a bunch of other games like in Call of Duty and all that. But they also had like hide and seek, Trouble in Terrorist Town. There's lots of different games that were popularized through it, or different game modes. But yeah, it's literally a sandbox where you can load up whatever stuff you want. Skins, models, textures, animations, all that kind of stuff, and just make your own thing, do your own thing.
That's similar to like Roblox a little bit.
So you can imagine the wealth of content from Nintendo that's out there.
Now they all have to.
I was just looking at
himself, or is it just him?
I'm sure he has other people working for him. But I just looked at the workshop just to check and see, and I don't think his wishes are being granted here, because he asked like remove everything and don't upload again. People are just re-uploading stuff over and over.
Oh my god.
They're like, all of them say like F Nintendo, I'm re-uploading this anyway. There's even one where like in Gmod, if you have like textures missing, like if everyone doesn't have the same mods on enabled, they'll just have like a big error sign, kind of like the floating exclamation points you were talking about in Fallout.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It'll just have a big error sign. Well, someone put a workshop item that replaces all errors with F Nintendo.
Are you serious?
Yes.
So what?
So now, whenever they remove all your Mario stuff, now all you see when you load into your game is F Nintendo everywhere.
Why are they so feral, man?
It's crazy.
Like they're so over the top with it. Like I feel like they could make so much more money if they just a little bit, like put some of your games on PC. Can you imagine Super Smash Brothers on PC? How much that would open up, because then you go from Super Smash Brothers on PC to now I can have it on my Steam Deck.
Can you imagine the goodwill of the community that you'd gain if you were just like, you know what, we see this.
Exactly.
We see that it's there, and we understand that it's not affecting us at all.
Right. Like
you enjoy playing your hide and seek or prop hunt, but instead it's on a Mario Kart.
Exactly.
Map. Like Just have fun. They're not
Right.
making it.
Right.
Are they making?
Exactly.
Are they making Nintendo Prop Hunt? No. Now
they're
they probably
making
will.
the same
Now-
Pokemon
now-
game for 30 years. That's what
That's
they're
true.
doing.
Yeah.
No, that's what they're doing. Oh my god, man.
But yeah, I'm sure it's going to be a pain for him because people are definitely like re-uploading. I've seen multiple re-uploads here.
What I want to know is like how much trouble can he possibly get in? I mean, because it's like just a free workshop, unless he just blocks people from doing that.
Yeah, unless he completely blocks like all uploads and then starts deleting from there. I'm not really sure.
That's a big problem.
Moderating that sounds insane.
Can't imagine having that email in the morning.
Yeah, and people actually thought that the funny part is people thought like, oh, this sounds too absurd. Like a game this old, they're coming after it now. People thought it was apparently there's a troll who goes around issuing fake DMCA
Oh, really?
takedowns. Yeah, for Nintendo, like as if he's Nintendo. I guess just to see like how much he could get people to do before they realize it's not real. So people thought it was him. No, apparently the dev contacted Nintendo and confirmed that they were like, no, we want you to take it down. So it seems like it is real.
Let me go ahead and go to my parents' house and get my Switch and
Right.
like I don't even play my Switch at all. Steam Deck for life. Sorry. Like my thing is I'm not even a big mobile gamer, but that Steam Deck has changed my mind.
Right.
Like it's an incredible piece of
It's
hardware.
very convenient.
Yes. And it just feels good in the hands too, just to use.
Yeah.
Nintendo at it again. Where, man? SWAT team through the ceiling for everything.
Yes. Yeah. You're not kidding. But yeah, the good news I had is Helldivers 2, they're going to let players choose which stratagem to unlock next. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I have seen, yes, and I've seen gameplay of Helldivers using one of the stratagems and just immediately getting obliterated by.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. So this is the MD-17 anti-tank mines or the RL-77 airburst rocket launcher.
Yeah, that's the airburst is what I saw.
Yeah. So basically, they're doing it. I like the way they're doing it instead of like a vote online or anything like that. They're basically making you vote by playing, engaging.
That's really good.
Yeah. So whichever planet gets taken over first or conquered, liberated first, that's the one that that'll decide what stratagem you get, which I'm sure they'll release the other one later, but this is just which one you get first.
Yeah. That's a really good.
I thought that was hilarious. Such a good creative way to
exactly, man. To get people to come back to the game and play, and also
because
you know how content.
Exactly, and the people are just gonna be fighting for their choice so hard, man.
Exactly, and probably gonna be feral in the community.
Yes. And the thing is, it's all, even at the end of the day, it's all cooperative. You're still working toward the same goal of liberating these planets, but it's still a little friendly competition. I like it
because I feel like the people who mostly play automatons, they would go instantly insane for anti-tank.
Oh yes, yes.
But then the people who deal with bugs a lot, the first thing I'm shooting that airburst rifle is them streakers in the sky, and them demons that be flying. Have you seen them? Yeah, you were there.
Yeah, I saw them.
Yeah, it's just complete madness. Yeah. Yeah, those devs need to be commended. They're easily one of my favorite dev teams.
Yeah, they're doing a great job.
Yep.
But yeah, that's all I had.
Alrighty. I do
that was
want
informative. That was good.
Do want to say I did pick up Hades, and boy, oh boy, the voice acting is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Level design, the colors, and like how vibrant everything is, like in the different levels, and how bright, and it's just so much detail in all of these places, and the weapons that you can use, the different combinations that you can you can come across, and like every single run is not the same, because every time you come out, every time you start, you're guaranteed to have a god, like I don't know what they call it, I forgot what they call it, but like their blessing, basically.
Yeah.
Like a blessing is automatically available, so it's random. So you choose that as your start, and some of them, man, are just insane. My favorite weapon is the spear.
Oh yeah, no, that was mine too.
Spear is amazing, and I think whichever upgrade that you get that allows just the hammer.
Yeah, the Daedalus hammer.
Yeah, and it allows like 3 slashes to occur.
Yep.
Boy, I get that, and then I get Zeus's lightning strikes, and then I get like this I don't forgot what the special it channels between different enemies. I have been having such a good time with that game, like, and I love how he's constantly like making commentary throughout the levels and how they're talking to one another, and how every time I come back there's somebody to talk to or engage with. You can give gifts to some of the characters, and in turn they'll give you like these perks that you can carry with you. Like the one I use the most is the I think it's called Sweet Tooth, and it gives you like a if you get killed, you'll be revived with 50% of your health back. It's kind of like a second chance that you get.
Yep.
At first I was getting kind of frustrated because I couldn't make it past. I killed Meg the first time, like my first try, and then my second or third try I was just getting clapped. I was like, man, I ain't gonna never make it. The 4th or 5th try, blew through Meg, blew through the Hydra, and I think I got all the way up to like that bull with the hammer.
Oh yeah,
yeah, he wrecked me.
he's not even the final boss of that area.
Saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's not even the final, and bro was just so aggressive. I'm like, can you please give me some room to breathe? No.
Excellent. I've planted the breadcrumbs to trap you in my roguelite trap. But yeah, now you can see why. Now you can see why I was saying how similar Sworn is to it. Then
yes, I saw so many similarities. Yes.
Yeah.
But what I like that Sworn went towards the co-op route.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way to go, because
yeah, there's another one doing something similar that I'll cover in the Indie Spotlight. And I think you really like their the kind of premise or the setup of the roguelite.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but this has been an incredible gaming experience. And I'm still hyped for Hades too now.
I think it was one of the most played games on Steam Deck. So
yeah, it looks fantastic on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what have you guys been playing?
You know what I've been playing. I'm playing a lot of Division right now.
What is the draw for you?
Well, you know what? It's a grind, actually. Funny enough. I don't know, man. There's just a lot you can do on there. I started playing a Conflict, which I'm not a big PvP person, but I started playing a lot of Conflict, started going into the Descent, playing that a little bit. I don't know, I've been playing a lot of Dark Zone, which is a little weird because I'm not super into that either. But it's just the challenge of it, because there's meta, and then it sounds weird to say this, but off meta. So I don't know, man. It's a little bit of a challenge to get on there and just say, okay, I know I have a PvE build that smacks, but how do I stack up to everybody else? And Conflict is really nice because it takes away all of your shade levels. It takes away a lot of those perks, and it's really just based on like core mechanics of certain weapons and gear items, and you versus another player, where the Dark Zone is how nasty can your build get to kill somebody else. So it's just different variations of kind of your style of play.
Over 1 billion damage. How much more do you think you can do? You got 1 billion.
Man, I haven't expertised out. I don't know. There's a couple of things I'd like to do on there, but You know, I got friends that I play with that are haters that might be on this channel with me right now that are consistently trying to pull me away. But that's okay. That's okay. I push through the haters, and that's all right. I also started playing Remnant 2, which I also have somebody that may or may not be on here that's a hater and trying to pull me off of there as well. But you know what? It's fine.
Actually, you know what? I'm glad you touched on Remnant. Okay. Because
here we go.
What was the
buckle up, people?
What was the agreement? What was the agreement? We all started this on PC, right? We all had that agreement, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So who decided to all of a sudden, you know what? I'm gonna buy this on PlayStation.
What? Quit? Okay, give people the full story. Okay, first off, give people the full story. No, you're gonna swing this a certain way, and it's gonna make me look bad. In the negative, absolutely not.
A different way. This is
okay, people. No, it's not. Absolutely,
they're
not.
both swingers.
This is true, but you lured me into this world in a game I didn't want to play because you said X is over here shooting blades at people in fire tornadoes.
Okay, yes. X
then we got it.
PC.
Okay,
X
but that's fine. We dumped 100+ hours into this, and actually, if I remember this conversation vividly in my mind, I have 100. Wait, hold on. I can't say it in your voice, but I'm gonna try because I can't do that raspy twang you got. But I got 130 hours into this. What else do I gotta do? And I'm like, we still playing because there's a DLC coming. There's nothing else I want to do. So you gave up, and then X. I love X, but he went incognito, and then I was like, I'm here by myself. So then I just said, screw it. I had nothing else to play, so I put it on the PlayStation, and then I got ridiculed for it for a game that you ain't even trying to play. How the hell does that work?
I'll tell you how it worked, because even if y'all had gotten off, and y'all had went and played something else, I would have still maintained my character on the PC.
When was the last time you loaded that up?
It don't matter.
It sounds like it matters.
It don't
we
matter
are on court for the people when they get to this. If they get to this, they gonna hear. You ain't even turned that game on, and there's 2 DLCs in.
Maintain the system in which I bought it on, because I know at some point my brothers will join me eventually. But
you were only okay. Let's set precedents. You said recently that you're not going to play until all the DLCs are out, which is going to be at the end of this year. Exactly. The hell out of here! Yeah. That is so far away.
And what is that?
Yeah, then you keep playing on PC.
Yeah, you keep playing on PC. There's no
well,
way.
Okay, well, here's the great thing about it. Right. Okay, you ready? Is everybody sitting down? Everybody got their juice in their hand? When y'all are ready to play back on PC, I'll jump back on PC.
But you're more...
All the deafening silence. Okay, now it's just, it's a big thing.
Because you're strong.
I just don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand the logic. That's...
Okay, so if I were to play on PC right now, you're saying you're going to jump on?
No, I'm saying I don't understand why you start back over on a different
system. I didn't have any... I wanted to play.
I didn't have anything to play, and I already owned the game, so I bought it again on a different system to start over.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm actually glad I did it because I didn't have to rush through it. But another reason why I didn't want to sit. Let's not go back through the absolute hustle that we put on games and trying to act like we're casual at anything that we do.
If you felt
we put 100 hours in like a week. Nah, get out of here. This shit was ridiculous what we do. I want to hear it. You are trying to make it sound like you are not a corporate freaking slave driver when it comes to getting into games. Jesus. Do you want to go back to Ghost of Tsushima? That's your best friend. You ain't gonna say nothing. He's the one that got you into it.
Nah, I didn't, but...
This man was also beating up rats. What?
I feel like Remnant's a little different just because you could just roll a new world.
Right.
You don't have to start all over to play the game.
So you're upset that I have a stronger character on a different system that you're never going to touch. So if we picked up the PC...
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense for you to just go ahead and buy
Well, at the time, I didn't want to sit in my office where I worked for 8 hours a day, stressing to play a game.
before
Well, I
they
wouldn't do
added
that.
the add new game, and then
not gonna do
instead
that.
of to start a new game, you bought it on a different platform instead.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. And I got a lot of game
And
out
that's
of
all
it
he
too.
needs.
Do it on the
It is
same
what it is.
platform. You could have started a new game on the PC.
I could have. I definitely could have. But
Hey, the devs appreciate your support. There you go.
you know what? I like the game. It's actually a really good game. It's one of those things where I am actually not mad that I started over. Now I wouldn't start the Division over. I'm not a psychopath, but
He's gonna buy it
I
on
don't know, man.
Switch.
don't tempt me. I'll buy No Man's Sky on Twitch and start that shit all the way over again.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? And what's even worse is not only did I buy it on another system, I played that shit all the way through Nightmare, all the way through and beat it.
That's another
So
thing I don't understand why you did
it went
that.
100 hours on one and 120 hours on another.
Okay, you
Plus.
understand why we're saying, why would you do that? You understand our dilemma now?
You understand that I still wanted to play and neither one of y'all wanted to play? And then you saying you maintain a system that you're not going to touch until the end of the year?
On my PC though.
Yeah, that's fine. I just asked you if you wanted to play on PC. I will jump on. And you say you're stronger characters on another platform.
It is.
Exactly, but our PC characters are all on the same level. What's the problem?
Because I want the benefit of the stronger character, obviously.
Bitch! What? Your character is stronger than mine on the
I don't care
PC,
about
so
that.
what's the
I want
problem?
The benefit of your
I
strongest
swear that's
character
everything
on the
that's green
team.
and grows out the ground. You didn't even have to know about that. I could have been like, I just bought it. I didn't play it.
I mean, that would have been a lie.
It would have been a lie, and that's okay.
Oh my god.
Anything else you want to complain about me gaming?
I got a
Damn.
lot.
Oh my god.
What? Go ahead. Throw another one out. This shit went all the way off the rails.
Your Capri's on the Division.
First off, that was 3 weeks into that game. It was done. Okay, there was
wearing
nothing else at the
jeggings.
point. And you
Oh
know
my
what?
gosh, he's wearing
You know what though? You know what? They were jeggings.
They didn't even come
But-
all the way. They didn't even meet his socks.
They didn't meet my socks at all because there was not a lot going on in there. I am highly embarrassed of that character. It was trash. But it's evolved into a pretty good build for what I think it is. But you ain't even on that with me anyways. Why are you talking shit about that game? Okay, give me another one.
I got over 300 hours in that.
And I'm at 620.
Yeah, so I'm done.
You ain't expertise. You ain't maxed out your
I'm not doing
watch.
all that. They got all their money out.
Are you gonna wait till the end of the year?
Probably.
Swear to God. What else?
Anybody got any more final thoughts?
No.
I'm gonna let you know right now. You can talk all the
All I
shit you
know is
want.
this better not
I don't
happen
care.
again.
I'm letting you know. I'm letting you know right now. Mark my words on this video. Don't be giving me no shit when Night Runners come out, because that's all I'm playing. Letting you know right now. You either get on this train with me or get left behind.
Why,
I'm telling
did
you
buy it
right
on
now when that
PlayStation
card
after
gets.
we sink 100 hours
I'll
in?
buy it on my fucking phone if they allow me to do it for this nostalgic gameplay, and I'll play it on 5 different systems if I need to in 6 languages. I'm totally in.
Oh,
X, I just want to say I'm so grateful that you came here today.
Oh my gosh. You're
I
welcome.
don't get to spend a lot of time with you, and I appreciate you.
When you gonna play Xenoverse with us?
That's a real question. Yeah, get on him, man.
You know how many games I have?
Here we
I don't
go.
see
That's
how
like
that's
Huey
our
with the
problem.
backlog.
That sounds like a you problem.
No, I'm not game hopping. Y'all game hop too much.
Who game hop?
There's not anything to play. I have stuff to play. And I'm playing it. Leave me alone.
What do you mean game hopping? I've been playing the same. Well, we've been playing the Division and Helldivers. That's about it.
Every other week. There's in the Discord. There's just nothing good to play.
Goose
What are we
keeps
gonna
saying
play?
that,
I guess
meanwhile
we
he
go
doesn't
back
Who
to
says
need to
that?
play anything. Goose
This is getting
always
real
coming in
dark.
this-
I'm just. Why is it so dark in this bitch all of a sudden? Like,
Oh
why?
my God.
Like,
Comes in talking about how there's nothing
Who?
to play. You.
oh, Maybe I do say that, but that doesn't matter. I still get on and I play. Look, I don't even want to play Helldivers. I'm still on there every day with you playing, getting samples for shit that I ain't even. I told you I was done with the game, and I still get my ass on there and play.
You said you were just joking. So which one is it?
It's both, because sometimes it seems fun, but other times it's just shit. I don't want to be killed by a freaking hunter coming over a hill. That shit sucks so bad.
As soon as you started up.
I swear. But I'm still on there. Why? I don't know. I got a shit ton of samples. I know that.
This episode wasn't supposed to be this long.
Nope.
I don't even think the last 20 minutes were part of the episode.
It wasn't.
Man, go ahead and hit him with the outro. Hit him with the outro.
Man, it's been real. It's been fun. Ain't been real fun, but like and subscribe and drop a comment so we can argue in there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And somebody try to explain his reasoning, because he still don't get it.
Man, let's just check back in December when you finally get back on there.
We'll catch you guys next time. See ya.
Maybe. Who knows?
Bye.
Bye.